Got some stickers. Test before installation. I think we will. LCDs may break if put under too much pressure, dropped, or bent. Oops. What do we got here? That's just packaging stuff. I think I already have that part in there, so I probably don't need that again. Are these stickers? They are stickers. Oh. Well, this one's not a sticker. This one's a business card. Game Boy Mads from Handheld Legend. This one's a sticker, though. This one is also a sticker. It's like a little angry Game Boy. Oh. Better if I show this camera. Angry Game Boy. Handheld Legend. Ugh. Cool. Alright, there's the ribbon cable. We shouldn't need that part. And little wires. These ones are red. The ones I got last time are blue. Should be the identical ribbon cable though, so we should just need to hook this screen up to the ribbon cable I've already got in the Game Boy. And we'll be good to go. Ugh. Okay, let's take this thing apart. Well, one more time. Here's the busted screen with the big giant hole in it. Let's see if we can fix it. Come on, you. Very late. Today's not my day. I didn't want to. Sarah made me. Yeah, so I don't know if you saw the broken screen feature rush, but we broke the screen on the Game Boy last time. So I'm trying to fix it. I got a new screen here. Luckily, all the hard work is like installing the wires and soldering and stuff, and I shouldn't have to do any of that. So this should go pretty smoothly. Just got to take out a few screws, snap the little ribbon cable off. What's up, Gerd? How's everybody doing today? Enjoying our Saturday. I had a very productive day today, but like I said, it's not my day. I also burned my hand. You probably can't really see it because this camera's whack, but I burned my 2 fingers, my middle finger and my index finger here. But don't worry, Gerd, I can still knit. Got 3 little screws here holding down the PCB. And we'll detach that ribbon cable. Although, I feel like it preferred being detached the other way. Mickey, I'm not worried about time. If you need to heal, you need to heal. No sweat. If anything, I'm already going pretty slow. Okay. Let's detach this ribbon cable here. Oh, and while we're in here, actually, yeah, I think this ribbon cable is supposed to be detached, like, while this thing is up and flipped the other way. Okay. Ribbon cable detached. Put the PCB over there. Alright. Pull this bracket out. So this bracket is how I broke my screen last time. You can see, if I can get it in front of the camera here, how it's got this little part right here that's, well, higher or lower, depending on how you think about it. I had that pushed against the screen when in fact the screen is supposed to be like sitting on top of that like a shelf. So this pushed on the screen and bent it. Move these out of the way. Alright, so there's the little ribbon cable attached right there. So it's pressed in and then bent over. And then it looks like I have taped the ribbon cable to the back of the screen. Okay, so let's see if I can get that off. Looks like I put some Kapton tape around it. And it is... See, I want to use this ribbon cable because it's already soldered, so, but I do need to take it off the old screen, and it does look like it's stuck on with a sticker. Plus this little ribbon cable here. If I can pop this little connector off. Alright, there we go. Now I can take the screen off of the sticker and hopefully like not bend this ribbon cable and break it. I mean, if we do, I have another one. The new screen kit came with a new ribbon cable. I'm just trying to avoid having to use it. Okay, let's see if I can get this in here. Sort of pry these two apart. What is this stuck on with? Oh no, don't scratch that, Michael. Alright, let's move that out of the way before I scratch it. Come on. Whatever it was very sticky. Oh, okay. Alright, so here's the old broken screen. And yeah, there's something sticky there. I wonder if I have another one of those in the kit I just got, because it would be useful. I did have some stickers. Oh, I think this... Hey, thanks for that sub. And for that side, that Future Rush. What I have here is like a little sticky frame. You can see it went around the edge there. And I think I just used the extra middle part of this to create this sticker here. So I guess we'll just do the same thing again. Don't forget to do that part, Michael. Okay, so just gonna pop out this part in the middle here. I will try to preserve that other piece for
These boys sound very nice, but they're clearly nerds.
no particular reason. Lovely Psyducks. Okay, now I got myself a new sticker here, which we will put right there. That's why it was, I wrapped Kapton tape around that thing and then put a sticker on top of it. That's why I couldn't get it off easily. Alright, now let's connect our new screen and then see if we can turn it on. Okay, new screen, where'd you go? Here's my new screen. So we're going to snap this little cover on here. Okay. Now, in order to test this, we're going to need to attach this ribbon cable. Now that went easily. Push down the little clamps this time because it didn't like, it got unhappy with me last time I tried to do it without doing that. And then we'll see if I can get the battery on there. Making contact. I might have to stick that part in the shell actually. How are we going to do this? Come on. Come on. This poor Game Boy has been through so much. But hopefully tonight it will finally just come to life and be healthy. Okay. And then we'll stick the battery in. That should be making contact. Let's try turning it on. Let's see if this screen works. Hey, look at that. Alright, the new screen works. That's good. Now let's install it. Okay, so the new screen has to go in there. Let's detach that ribbon cable again. So we have just provided video documentation of the fact that this thing worked when I got it. So now if I break it, I can't get a free replacement. Whoops. Just kidding. Okay, so then this is going to fold back onto the ribbon cable just like the last one did. And we might need an extra little piece of Kapton tape. This is a little hard to do with these wires attached, but it's going to happen. The lengths I will go to avoid soldering again, even though I didn't dislike soldering. Oh, you can certainly redeem. Alright, and then the screen. It's gonna go right there. Oh, I left the cover on. Okay. Whew. It's a little busy, but I mean, I could always just bring her in when I'm done with this too. This shouldn't take too long. I also shouldn't say stuff like that. Okay, let's... One more time, pop that out. Let's clean this off. Little ASMR. Okay. Got some Windex. My very expensive lint-free cloth. Great value brand paper towel. They always take longer. I know. Everything takes longer. Alright. Put some Windex. Get this glass squeaky clean. Lint-free paper towel. My foot. Don't want any lint in there or whatever, because then it's in there forever. Alright, and we're going to pull the screen protector off and drop the screen in. Okay, so now let's put the bracket in correctly this time. Screen goes all the way over there. I actually don't really need a piece of Kapton tape to hold it down. This bracket will hold it down. The screen feels bigger than my last one. That's going to be a problem. Uh-oh, the bracket won't fit now. It seems like. Okay, Michael, do not. Oh my gosh, this screen is not the same size. I'm not even joking. This bracket doesn't fit. It's going to be very snug if it does. Okay, it went in. And yes, it's very snug. That's why I'm always late. Need to rush. All right. While I've got it at this point too, I want to darken my LEDs some more. So this thing has a little power LED when you're holding it, and it's really mega bright. It's like distractingly bright. So I tested last time I had it open, and I Sharpied on the LEDs, and it actually worked really well. Like, it really dimmed the light to just Sharpie it up. But it wasn't quite as dim as I wanted it, so we're going to Sharpie it up some more. So this like little, you can't really see it on that camera. It's just this like little clear piece of plastic that has like a wide base and a thinner top. The thinner top is the part you see when you have it closed. This wider base just covers up the red LED and the green LED. So I'm just going to darken the base of this a little bit, and then both lights should be dimmer, theoretically, right? This is how the pros do it, trust me. Yeah. Hacks. Follow me for more hacks. Last week we learned the broken screen hack. And the messed up Beanie hack. But we're fixing everything. We already fixed the Beanie, actually. Okay, let's get the ribbon cable reattached. Little blue wire, I would like you out of the way for a second. Thank you. Okay, ribbon cable is reattached. Alright, we're going to add a little more Sharpie to the LEDs here as well. There's the red and green one, tiny little guys. Second layer of Sharpie there. And I want to Sharpie the inside of the button as well. So it's the R button. This is not fishing. I deserve that, you know. See, I remembered. And the way I remembered, if you're curious, it's funny because we have in our stream regularly here my brother-in-law, whose name is Eno. So you're just the other one. He's an Eno, you're Eno. There will be no fishing on tonight's stream, sorry. Gosh, we have not done enough fishing on this stream. I guess we did some fishing in Ocarina of Time. We caught some fish in that. I'm also sharpening the inside of this button to see if that helps. Dang it! Zero always catching me with my category set wrong. I mean, there might be some Fire Emblem the Blazing Blade. Alright, let's switch it up. Thank you, Zero. Also, good evening. How you doing today? Yeah, how you doing, Eno? Okay, good. And it's funny because his name is Eno's Maker, because he made a character named Eno, but his name looks like Enos Maker, so everyone calls him Enos wherever he goes. Heck, he told me his name was Eno's Maker, and I called him Eno for a couple months and then forgot and started calling him Enos again and didn't even realize I'd messed it up until I watched old VODs where he explained it and I was like, oh, I started calling him the wrong name again. Alright, let's get our buttons back in. Little D-pad there. The PCB will moosh it on the rest of the way. Just gotta make sure these holes are aligned. That one is not. There we go. But the like the buttons are kind of being pushed up right now because the case is down. So we're just gonna have to live with that. All right, we need a. Where's my start and select? Oh, they're hiding under there. But they'll be okay. All right, A and B. Gosh, I just couldn't get anything to work today. I tried to quit streaming and like just cancel stream like 3 times. Sarah made me do it. She's only making me do it. Doing well, just sleepy out. Oh my gosh, that's not enough sleep. I know. I'm good. I've had a busy day, productive. I got a lot done, but then I did burn my fingers a little bit making dinner, so I wasn't thrilled about that. But all in all, things are going pretty well. Okay, let's get these wires where they need to go and flip this over. I think these wires both went on this side. And this one stays down here. I probably shouldn't be rubbing my fingers on that. I'm gonna hit that with some alcohol now because I just oiled up the B button or the A button there. And it's probably not a big deal, but we've got it open. We might as well. May as well drip a bunch of IPA everywhere. Get it together, Michael. There actually was like a Sharpie colored fingerprint on there. Did I have Sharpie on my hand? I had totally just rubbed a fingerprint off. So I'm glad I did that. That wasn't too much. I actually don't mind the smell of IPA. As in isopropyl alcohol. I don't like hoppy beers. Ooh, we are stretching that little blue wire. Okay, there we go. Alright, come on. Come on. You can do it. Don't pull the screen back up. Okay. Good. I want to check it one more time to make sure that that screen works, just because I am a touch paranoid. Because putting that bracket in was awkward. So, let's pop it together real quick. Let's put it in upside down. Only a fan of blonde Belgian beers like Hoegaarden. I don't know if I've had that. Is it like a... I do like, I don't think it's a blonde, but it is Belgian lager, Stella Artois. In fact, I have a 6-pack of Stella Artois in my fridge right now. I really like Stella Artois, and it's one that Sarah and I will both drink. Okay, screen still works. Didn't break it. Today's upgrades are brought to you by Handheld Legend, who sent me this little kit. They didn't send me this little kit. Yeah, they're just giving away these kits on their website for money. A Leffe or a Hoegaarden? I'll give Hoegaarden a try next time I'm at the store there, you know. Like, my favorite thing to try is something new. I love trying new stuff. Drives my kids bananas because they're like, hey, what's your favorite music? I'm like, something I've never listened to before. What's your favorite movie? A movie I haven't seen before. I love seeing new stuff. They're like, that's not an answer. Favorite food is a new food. Okay. Get all my bumpers on. Oh, I probably should have put the buttons on first, actually. The whole reason we took apart this Game Gear, I wish it was a Game Gear. The whole reason we took apart this Game Boy Advance in the first place was that one of my buttons didn't work. My L button. The switch in it. They have like a little electronic switch right here that is actuated by this button. Just wore out, you know. Been around for 20 years. That's ripe old age for a Game Boy Switch. And when I got the new switches in last time, I accidentally bent the screen while I was putting it back together. So I had to buy a new screen. And that's what we installed today. And that was actually easier than replacing the switch. In its way, but I mean, the work that it took to replace the switch, I already did off stream, like for hours. Okay. When I screw these down, this will push the buttons out because the PCB will now push on the back of the buttons. Oh gosh, this shoulder button's walked. Something's not right with it. All right, I'll put that in after I put the other screws in. I am a creature of habit. I mostly take what I know, but when on holiday, I want to try. Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, if I'm out somewhere new, I want to try their stuff. You know what I mean? Like, even if I go to a new bar, I'm like, what's your drink? Like, bartender, what's the good drink? You tell me what I should be ordering. Okay, buttons all. D-pad feels good. Start and select feel good. A and B feel good. All right. Now let's get our R button back on. I don't know why R button's being such a punk. Japanese whiskey. Oh yeah. Do you put it in apple juice? Or do you put apple juice in it? Oh, wow. That Sharpie on the inside of my button made it look weird. I didn't think that would show through. I should have known better. Huh. Well, now I gotta Sharpie the rest of it. I can't Sharpie the rest of it. Oh my gosh. Well, now I just made my OR button look weird. Whatever. This thing's got more character. Just ice. Okay. I never tried the apple juice and whiskey thing myself, but people who like it, like it. I don't really like apple juice, though. I think apple juice tastes like baby food. Of course, it probably wouldn't taste like baby food if it had whiskey in it. And I don't mind like an alcoholic cider, so... I don't know. I gotta try that one day. We used to volunteer with this woman. She went by Mama San. She was pretty ancient. And we'd volunteer at the orphanages and stuff. It's kind of like how my wife and I met. We were both volunteering at the orphanages in Japan. And she loved whiskey and apple juice. That was like her favorite drink. Not my wife, the Mama-san. I don't think you're supposed to drink Nika with apple juice. Is that like a nice whiskey? Like it would be a shame to put apple juice in it? Like putting Coke in a scotch or something? Like a really nice scotch. Okay, that feels good. Went together without any fuss this time. It didn't fight me on its way back together. I'm not sure. Alcohol is quite expensive here, so everything is a treat. Where is here? Alcohol is pretty expensive here too. I'm in Washington State. Now, I mean, compared to the rest of the world, I feel like the United States has pretty expensive alcohol. Especially wine. Like, gosh, we went to Switzerland. We got one of the best wines I ever had, and it was like $5. It's incredible. But Washington has like super liquor taxes. So everything here costs like twice as much as it would in California if you're just buying like a bottle of liquor. Oh, Sweden. Really? It's expensive in Sweden? It's interesting. Is that just because it's like taxed? Or because everything's imported? What else was, I think Bregan was one of our regular visitors for a while. She actually made me this side-out perler here. She's from Sweden, or she was living in Sweden. My great-grandma was from Sweden. Never been myself. Taxed, never on sale, imported, and the only liquors. Oh, yeah. That's a combination for expensive alcohol right there. Oh, man. The quadruple whammy there. Wow, that all went together really smoothly, which makes me think that I didn't put a piece in. Looks good though. All right, let's give it a try. Turn the volume up too. See if we can hear it. Uh-oh, my D-pad's not working. Okay, there we go. Oh man, yeah, my D-pad's like a little janked. That's interesting. It's probably just like a little misaligned or something. I don't know why my D-pad wouldn't be working. It was like working a little bit. I mooshed it around and it sometimes worked. Wow, that LED is like invisible now. I can't even see it at all. This is interesting. Like none of my buttons are working. Let me try a different cartridge. I don't think it's the cartridge, I think. My buttons didn't seat right or something, but gosh. Oh, look at that. My L button won't even push. Something's stuck there. Yep, alright, it's coming back apart. See, it did go back together too easily. Because something wasn't right. I wonder what happened with this L button. I wonder if the problem with the L button is the problem with all the buttons. And maybe we can fix it all at once. So I've never played the game Hades. That's the soundtrack we're listening to tonight. But I had the soundtrack recommended to me because it's by Darren Korb, who did the soundtrack for Bastion and Transistor. Two other games I've also never played, but loved the soundtracks for. And so far I like this one too. Okay, why did you get stuck, L button? And were you like holding down the L button and that's why none of my other buttons wanted to work? Because that would be convenient. Oh, I think, yeah. I don't know what that would have to do with any of the other buttons, but that was definitely like stuck in there wrong. It has like a little spring on it, and the spring was in the wrong slot. It should have been a little more inboard than that. So that thing was misaligned, which was in letting it not push. I doubt that that was the problem with the rest of it, but I mean, hey, I've been wrong about other stuff. Let's give it a shot. Okay. I'm like holding this together right now. My select button's working, and my L button's working. My R button doesn't seem to be working though. Let's try the other ones. How funny, my L button wasn't working, now my R button isn't working? I mean, not haha funny, but... Okay, my D-pad is working. Here's your Fire Emblem, the Blazing Blade Zero. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is where I got Sane killed. Sorry, Sane. Okay. So... No, R button is working. This... Okay, so there is a problem with my R button in a sense. The R button itself works fine. The problem is somewhere between the R button and the ribbon cable. That wire is like probably broken. I probably doinked it one too many times, and so now it's broken. And so the function that lets me darken the screen, like I'll hold it up here, you can see it. See it getting, well, get out of there, you. Here, let's take the cartridge out and do it. If I hold select and push the L button, the screen gets darker. When I push the R button, it should get brighter, and it doesn't. But my R button worked in the game, so the issue is with the little tiny wire running between the R button's test point and the ribbon cable. So let's check it out. This one's the R button over here. I mean, it's just like I broke the wire somewhere. And it's not like I can unbreak it. Unless it was getting smooshed by the case. But usually if a wire gets smooshed, that doesn't stop it from working. What's more likely to happen is that it'll just forever be working, because the smooshed wire will be like touching ground or something, and so then the button will register as if it's forever pushed, because that's basically how these buttons work. Is you have these like little, you know, connectors that look like that, and then something that just stamps across them, and you know, this side's power, this side's ground, so it just connects power to ground. Well, if you just have ground smooshed on there at all times, then it's like, well, the button's being pushed. Which that happened the first time I put this thing together. I don't know, let's try that, see if that did anything. I moved the wire around. I can't see that it's like obviously severed somewhere, but if it got bent and is just internally broken, that's just the way it is. Okay, getting darker. Still not getting brighter. Everything takes longer than you think it will, Future Rush. I wonder if we just have to replace that wire. Guess I better get out the soldering iron, huh? I could also check it, but I don't know what checking it would show other than that it's not working, which we already know. Be weird if the wire tested well. Oops. I didn't like how hard I had to push the select button to get it to go, though. So maybe while I have this off, I can mess with my buttons a little bit too. Alright, you. Let's see. Select is that one. Then I really don't want to take the bracket back off. R is the bottom one. So I did actually have that wire smooshed. It was caught in between the PCB and the case here. But like I said, usually a smooshed wire doesn't not work. But I'm glad that I saw a smooshed wire, and I'm willing to try this again. Alright, you. Get on there. Okay. And let's push down all of our buttons nice and firm. Okay. Now I'm going to hold it up while I put these screws in. And hopefully that'll prevent the start and select buttons from being like that hard to moosh. Because I don't have pressure on the buttons right now. More hacks. There we go. And last one. Oh, come on, you. Come on. Come on. There we go. Ooh, baby. Alright. Got the wire demooshed. I actually don't really care that much about the screen brightening feature. It's the screen dimming feature I really care about. The default setting on this screen is really bright, and it's not like I'm constantly playing my Game Boy in broad daylight. Although this screen is so bright that I could. It's ridiculously bright. I'm more of a late night Game Boy kind of person. If the sun's out, I'm knitting. Okay, that looks good. Get the power switch back in. And the cover back on. And let's see if it works. We're just holding it together right now. I haven't put any screws in. But we can see if the screen will brighten. Okay. Darken. No brighten still. Alright. I think it's safe to say that that wire is busted. Now, I could fix that, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to leave it not fixed and see if I ever care. If it ever bothers me, I will pop this Game Boy back open and replace that wire. I'll keep these little wires on hand, but honestly, I really don't care. I never want to brighten this screen. The only time I use that screen brightening and darkening is when I turn my Game Boy on late at night and I don't want a bright light in my face. And I dim it. And if I ever needed to go back to bright, I guess I can just turn it off and on again. We'll see. Maybe someday it will start to bug me and I'll get my soldering iron back out. But I don't have my soldering iron set up right now. So we're just going to move on to knitting. We're going to close up Gerd's beanie today. And I'll have to keep practicing Fire Emblem because I'm like super slow with that game. Good to go. Clean the screen one more time. Big pile of trash over here. Actually, not all of this is trash. Some of this is very much not trash, but it's all in the way. You heard some squeaking? I wonder what was squeaking. Oh, was that from this? Did I trick you into thinking we had rats? Oh, and the Grand Dame has been redeemed. No rats. Squeaky Game Boy screen. Oh man, there's actually some junk on the inside of the screen too. I can't really tell when the screen's on though. Windexing my Game Boy. Yeah, that looks great. Okay. And more importantly, it doesn't have a giant hole in it. Alright, Game Boy, get out of the way. We're done with you for now. Whoa. Did I just unplug my work camera? We're still here? Okay. See how big a delay there is between my work cam and my... I don't know why this camera's an hour behind. Oh, you can't even, I wasn't even pointing at it. This camera. Yeah, you. let me go get your kitty. I don't know if I can do big cam. Let me see. What will big cam look like? Oh yeah, that'll work just fine. All right. Let me go back to small cam. BRB. Here we go. Let's switch to big cam. Here is the Grand Dame. Her legal name is Popsicle, because we let a 2-year-old name her. She is our orange tabby, super long fur. She hates being redeemed. She's about 12 years old now. What year is this? She'll turn 12 this year. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. She's very floof. Wait. Hey, baby. Hey. Hey. One of her other monikers is girlfriend, because she cuddles up on me. So she's my girlfriend. In fact, I think that's what her tag says. Is that what your tag says? See, girlfriend? It says pet license. Wait. She's more of a dog than a cat. And yes, she's a girl. The vets are always like, what? She's too orange. She's our rare kitty. She's pretty good. Oh yeah, she's super floof. She probably needs actually a good brush, and I probably should get the Furminator out and hit her with it. Get rid of some of this winter coat. She's probably the reason I can't breathe anymore. Oh, here she goes. She gets a little friskier as time goes on. She'll probably put her paw on my face and start like warning me. That's what she usually does. Okay, cutie. She has very floofy paws. She doesn't. I didn't hear it, but I still laughed. Foo. Oh, she hates it, but she has been summoned. She will put up with it. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. You want some scratches? She loves being scratched right here, under her collar. That's her favorite. Now we're going to have a bunch of popsicle fur in Gerd's beanie. I hope Gerd's not allergic to cats. Oh. She's turning into a little bit of a baby. Beepy. Hey. You not done? The Garfield cosplay. This is the Grand Dame. She was summoned by Future Rush. Thanks for the summon, Future Rush. Alright, I'm gonna let her go. I'm not gonna put her out. She actually likes being in my room. She doesn't put up with the dog's nonsense. She runs the house. Like, she's older than those dogs put together, and she knows it. Yeah. Yeet. Yep, we put together our Game Boy. It's working now. Mostly. The part I care about is working. So, that means back to Gerd's beanie. this should be comparatively easy. Get out of here. So I fixed the part that I doinked on stream last time. And I redid the wave. And frankly, this time the wave looks better than it did last time. It's amazing how much better I am at stuff when I'm not trying to talk while I'm doing it. Alright, we got a little bit of a yarn tangle here. How's it going, old friend? How you doing tonight? I was lurking in your stream earlier today. What were you playing? You weren't playing... It was a snowboarding game? It wasn't what was listed on your thing. Your thing said like Mutant Madness or something like that. But the game was like a snowboarding game. That's what it looked like. Does that sound right? Or am I thinking of someone else? Alright, let's just drop this in here and get it out of the way. That was a few days ago. Mutant Football League. And then SSX 3. I thought it might be an SSX game. That was a few days ago? Gosh. My brain is scrambled. I thought that was today. Were you streaming today? Because I swear I was there today, but I'll believe you if you say you weren't. Hexen and Critical Depth. I definitely didn't see Hexen. I would have recognized and remembered Hexen. I loved Hexen. I may have like popped on and seen Critical Depth and didn't know what it was. And so just remembered back to the snowboarding. PS1 submarine combat game, similar to Twisted Metal. Interesting. Maybe I didn't lurk in your stream today. Maybe I'm just lying. Maybe I just saw that you were streaming today and remembered snowboarding, and my brain is old and failing. Twisted Metal with submarines. Is that fun? Like, my brothers and I played Twisted Metal. And like we had fun. I'd never played it like I didn't like enjoy it single player, but I enjoyed playing it with my brothers because we would laugh and have a good time. Is that fun with submarines? Like I think of submarines and I think of them kind of slow. Like the exciting part about Twisted Metal was that it was all chaotic and wild. They must be, maybe they're fast submarines, huh? All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to switch off of our round needle here to a bunch of these double pointed needles. This allows us to shrink the crown of the beanie, because if we try and shrink it on this cable, it just won't work. It'll just get all smooshed. But on a couple of double pointed needles, we can make it as small as we want. So we have 84 stitches. We're going to divide it into 4 because I got 5 needles. We need 1 for working and 4 for holding it. So we're going to put 21 on each needle. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Shrink that crown. Hey, what's up, Cheese? How's it going? I was lurking in your stream earlier today, Cheese. I swear it was. 21. How did it go, Jim Beezy? How did it go? Blammo! Look at that screen. Oh, yeah. It went well. So, I mean, the screen's fine. There is like one little issue that's sort of a non-issue for me. I don't really care. I know how to fix it. I don't even want to fix it. So this screen comes with a functionality where if you hold select and then push the L button, it will dim the screen brightness, which is great. And then it's supposed to be, if you hit R, it'll re-brighten the screen. But I like broke the wire in there that enables that, so that doesn't work. but I don't care. The R button works, just this combination of L and select isn't working, but I never brighten the screen, so I'm not worried about it. So it's good enough. To fix it, I would have to solder and blah, blah, blah. And I don't care, so thank you. So in critical depth, you have to collect 5 orbs. If someone else has them, you can get them to drop them or kill them. Okay, it can be quite fun. Earlier, I kept running for the portal to end the level, and someone kept shooting me up the rear with a missile to make me drop one, so I had to keep turning around to pick it back up, like running for an end zone and fumbling every 2 seconds. All right, I'm gonna have to watch that one. It sounds like maybe it will be fun. Hey, thanks, Dots. Good enough is good enough. If it wasn't, I wouldn't call it good enough. Yeah, we did solder last time, and it went really well, actually. My brother-in-law got me a new soldering iron for Christmas, or my birthday? I don't remember. I think it was Christmas. And I love it. It's fantastic. It's twice as hot as my old soldering iron that I bought because it was the cheapest soldering iron on Amazon. And, well, you get what you pay for when you buy a $9 soldering iron. I actually burned my fingers today. You probably can't see it. No, you can't see it, but I burned my index finger and my middle finger making dinner tonight. Grabbed a pan that was about 400 degrees. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Cheese was playing Kirby. That's what we saw earlier today. Yeah, a little bit. I got the side of my finger though. I didn't really move a fingerprint. Your last one blew up. How did it do that? Was it just old, or did you overclock your soldering iron? Knowing Ulf, he probably installed an emulator on his soldering iron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. The worst burn I've ever given myself with a soldering iron. I have the scar from it and another from the molten silver solder it dripped on me as it happened. Oof. Yeah, I dripped molten lead on myself once. That burned pretty bad. Weirdly enough, the worst burn I ever got, like not electrical shock, but like just a straight burn, was from the cigarette lighter in my parents' like old car. Like I pushed it in one day while my mom was in Stater Bros shopping. I was like bored in the parking lot, and it popped out, and I pulled it out and I looked at it, and it wasn't like glowing red like it does in the cartoons. I was like, oh, it didn't even work. And so I just like poked my finger directly onto the coil, and it did work. It wasn't glowing red, but it was hot, and it burned so bad. My mother comes back into the car. She's like, what's that smell? I'm like, cigarette lighter works. It was so hot. Butane solder. Oh, it was a butane soldering iron. I was using it, then a hole burst in it and sprayed all the fuel out onto my hand. Whoa, that's pretty scary. I have a digital a temperature-controlled soldering iron that I did install Tetris on. I knew it. I installed Donkey Kong onto a transmitter test bench in Japan. Just to see if I could. And I could. Oh no! Buddy of mine sneaked up on me and spooked me because he didn't know what I was doing. Cigarette light, a teachable moment waiting to happen. Oh my goodness. Alright, let me just make sure we got 21 here. And I don't even have to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oops. 17, 18, 19, 20. Wait, well that can't be right. If I count them, then I won't have to count them. Follow me for more hot tips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Thank goodness. All right, and then once we have everything on double pointed needles, we can start to shrink it. This first row, I'm not shrinking anything. I'm just moving it onto the needles and creating one more row because I wanted one more row. I wanted a 10th row here. So you can just like shrink it as you put it onto the double pointed needles. I just don't like to. I like to move one standard row onto the double pointed needles first. So I always move it one row earlier. I thought you learned to avoid hot tips. I did not. I did not learn that. Did you notice what we're listening to tonight, Foo? Math strats. Count, and then you don't have to count. Or count when you have to count, and then you won't have to. Do stuff you need to do, and then you won't need to do it anymore. Gosh, the pearls of wisdom. My soldering iron already gave me a hot tip. Alright, so no more round needles. Thanks, round needles, for your service. Let's pack you away in my little flower bag that one of my kids gave me. I think this thing was supposed to be like a pencil case or something, but I've been putting knitting needles and crochet hooks in it. I was actually in Julia's stream, watching her play some Bastion, and listening to her play some Bastion, and I think I'm going to ask her what kind of camera she's got. I like her camera. I don't like my camera. Her camera's real nice. Wait, there's actually a couple streamers I'm like, dang, I need a camera like that, because what I have basically is just a junk webcam and then like a nice webcam. So I would like for nice webcam to become work cam, and junk webcam to become junk, and good camera to be good camera. I'm like fascinated by Bastion. I was fascinated enough by it that I downloaded a demo of it on the Xbox and I played it for a while. That's like, I'm into that kind of stuff. I haven't played it and I haven't played Transistor, but these are like games that I know I would like. Oh, while we've got this thing on these needles now, we can take a better look here at the wave. You see the wave that's... Huh? That's looking pretty good, right, Gerd? Look at that wave, man. I feel wet just looking at it. That sounded kind of weird. Oh, man. This thing's gonna give Gerd like +5 to his Blitzball skills. He's gonna win all his Blitzball matches. I'm sure she'll give you all the specs. She also just rebuilt. I'm gonna try and do that this year too, Foo. We're waiting on a settlement from our old landlord, and Sarah said I can use the money from that to build myself a new computer because this one's a little old, and I would love to just like build a whole new rig, like built for streaming and playing old games really fast. Yeah, that's how Foo. That's how Foo got me to listen to it. He was like, Hades is that same composer. So it's like, oh, okay, we're going to pull that up on stream. So now we're going to take our 21 stitches that are on each double pointed needle and shrink them down by 3. So we're going to do 5 regular stitches, then stitch 2 together. So I do have to like keep count here a little bit. 3, 4, 5. And so now we just push through 2 stitches there. And we've taken 7 stitches and turned it into 6. And we're going to do that 12 times to make a full round. How much is that rig looking to cost you? Because I'm also in the market to upgrade. I think we're looking at like something like $3,000 for the new computer, but I don't know like what I'm going to get yet. It's more like I know my budget, and then I will have my friend build it for me. Well, like he'll buy the parts for me. I'll put them together myself. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But he loves to like do the shopping, and I hate shopping, so we're a perfect match. Oh, I just noticed the dressing screen. I've been wondering how you hung the blanket. That blanket is like sewn up there. So here, if I pull this aside, can you see? It's like woven wicker behind that, and so I actually like ran long strands of yarn through the wicker and through my granny squares there for like the first 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of granny squares there. After there, it just kind of dangles. But yeah, it's just like a folding screen that actually kind of had a cool pattern on it. I just had a ton of leftover yarn. So... or something. When did I do that? Oh, you know what? Sarah made me do it. She said it was too distracting or something. The pattern was too distracting. And so for a while I was hanging up her blanket. She has a Granny Square blanket that's similar, but it was orange, red, and white. And so I was like, you know what? I want to make one that matches my sprites in my background, purple, yellow, and green. And so she bought me some yarns, and I made that. And I do have a ton of leftover yarn from that. In fact, when Future Rush and I knit or crochet a beanie together, I'm going to be using that yellow yarn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and knit 2 together. I just built a new PC last summer, but I recycled my GPU from my last one, so I still just have my 1050 Ti in there where I want to upgrade, but it's not. Yeah, that's the pricey part right there. I don't think I'll need a super video card. I mean, I told my buddy, like, it seems like for streaming, peripherals is what I need. I need everything USB 3. I need to be able to hook up 5 microphones, 3 cameras, Stream Deck, mouse, keyboard, lights. You know, I need, like, this is what I need. And I needed to play old video games. Old video games and peripherals. Because right now, like, I couldn't pull up my GV-USB because this camera up here, yeah, I'm looking at you, is on the same bus as the one that the GV-USB is plugged into, so only one at a time. USB hot tub, yeah, that's what I mean. I was actually out working on the hot tub today. I was stringing up new lights because we had a little bit of a snow dump 2 weeks ago. So I pulled down the cover. We have this like canvas sail that hangs over the hot tub. So I pulled that down so it wouldn't get covered in snow and rip my brackets out of the wall. And so I like hung it on the fence, and then the dog, Mona Lisa, ate the lights off of it. I had these like string lights along the side, and she decided they looked delicious and chomped them all off. So I had to go put new lights on it today. So if I had like 2, you know, I don't, it's not necessarily a bus, but you know, like 2 ports that are like side by side, or going into the same part of the motherboard or whatever. If I had 2 videos going in at once, OBS was like one or the other. You can't have both of these. So like whichever one I had on first would go, and I could like deactivate one and then activate the other, and then it would work. But like here, like, so right now my GV-USB and this webcam up here are connected, both connected. So if I like just try to like turn off the work cam here and then turn on the GV-USB, like it'll show up blue, but like it won't bring in any video. Like it won't actually function. So I have to like deactivate the work cam and then activate the GV-USB. It's just like, but what have I done? I mean, it's SteelSeries something. I don't know. I don't really like this mouse. Or actually, I like the mouse just fine. I bought the mouse and the keyboard. They're both SteelSeries. I don't like the keyboard. It's too loud. It's like the clickiest, loudest keyboard ever. I mean, the mouse is a little clicky, but I don't mash it as much. All right, go away, GV-USB. Come back, work cam. Is it still working? Okay, it's still working. Like OBS just doesn't like them both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if I move them on to separate USB things, like obviously this webcam here is working, then I can have both. But if they're on the same one, I can't have both. 3, 4, 5 simultaneously. I don't know when I would ever use a work cam and a GV-USB, but if the issue is multiple devices fighting over power, that might, you know what, actually it might be that. It might just be power. Like if they're both cameras, they might be trying to draw too much power. And yeah, I do have one of those things, but I just use it as a charger. That's interesting, Ulf. Like, I presumed it was like a speed issue. Like the bus could only handle so much traffic. But if it's just power, yeah, like a little USB hub would solve that. that's true. You know, maybe I'll try my little USB hub and see if that's the issue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We should just start calling Ulf Soldering Iron because he's got so many hot tips. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are, gosh, like this motherboard's from a while back. It doesn't have any USB 3 on it at all, and I think it's only got 2 USB 2 ports? Or maybe it's all USB 2 and I have... Which one's the one that's like blue on the inside? Is that USB 2? Yeah, I could rule out this. I was thinking the same thing, Ulf, like I could rule out power. Okay, so I have 2 USB 3 slots and probably the rest is USB 2. It's a pretty old motherboard. A keyboard with a typewriter style keys. It's loud as all get out. See, I don't mind the noise myself, Jim Beasy. It's not for me. It's Sarah. Like we gave up our office to bring in a new kid in foster care. And so my streaming, my computer, everything's in my bedroom now. So she's over there trying to read a book while I'm over here trying to, you know, click-clack away in World of Warcraft. It drives her nuts. So I need a quieter keyboard for her sake. Not my own. Noise doesn't bother me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mechanical keyboard with red switches are pretty quiet. Okay, so I thought this thing was loud because it was a mechanical keyboard. What's a red switch? And what's a mechanical keyboard? I'll have to look into that when I get my new rig. Quiet keyboard. This is a priority. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mechanical keyboard basically has 3 kinds of switches: linear, tactile, and clicky. Interesting. Oh man, I'm gonna have to read more about this. Linears are quiet, tactile are in the middle, clicky are loud AF. Blue switches that you commonly see are clicky. Like the actual switch under the key, like if I pop my key off, I mean, that's red. That looks red to me. That's the quiet one? How loud are the loud ones? I already have the quiet one? No bump at all. No. In fact, it gets me into trouble sometimes. It just straight up and down. Like sometimes I will be like barely depressing spacebar and not realizing it, and just putting 500 spaces into the text box like I just did there. Or jumping up and down in World of Warcraft. I'm like, why am I jumping? I'm barely touching my spacebar button is what's happening. Membrane keyboard, huh? Is that even quieter than a mechanical? 6, 7, 8. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How do I have 8? What happened there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I didn't do my... Okay, I skipped, accidentally didn't do my double there. There we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I almost kind of wonder if it would work better if I shrank this with smaller needles. Yeah, those are linear, supposed to be the quiet ones. The sound you're hearing is the plastic on plastic contact when the switch bottom's out. Yeah, like that's the actual... I mean, I could. I'm not gonna do that delicately. Yeah, like I can be quiet. That's true, Ulf. Like if Sarah's like, "Can you quiet down?" I'm like, I can. But when I'm like typing full speed or getting excited, it's not quiet anymore. Yeah, I think the actual key press itself doesn't make noise, but the key bottoming out sure does. membrane or like TV remote buttons. Oh, okay. So kind of like maybe like a laptop keyboard, huh? Or get a pack of O-rings that you put on the stems on the underside of your keys. They sell that like I can just get 200 little O-rings and pop them on there, because I could be into that. I'll have to check that out. Because otherwise, I don't mind the keyboard at all. That's the only real problem I have with it. It's got this cute little LCD display up there. Can't really see it, but it says MDR, and it's got little side ducts on it. My mouse also has little side ducts on it, on the side there. That image is probably burned onto there forever. It's been on there for a couple years. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have gone from 84 stitches around to 72 stitches around. We're going to decrease it by 12 every time. Well, every time we decrease it. So we don't just decrease every single row. We decrease, then we do a standard row, then we decrease, then we do a standard row, until we get down to about like after row 3. So after we do 1, 2, 3 knit together, we'll do one more round, but 2 knit together, 1 knit together, and 0 knit together. We're not going to even add any after that. Keyboard O-rings. You should get about 200 in a package for 6. Fantastic. My wife thanks you, Ulf. I'll let Sarah know. $6. 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh. So is your cat normally an outside cat, Jimbizi? My dogs love the snow. Our cat never goes outside. She's the grand dame. She doesn't do that kind of thing. Oh, whoops. Did I just shrink it again? Because I'm like not paying attention? I totally did. Oh my gosh. You don't shrink it again. Shrinks it again. This guy. Come on. Let it go. You just gotta go around, Michael. Making this harder on yourself than it needs to be. Let go, you. There we go. Inside and outside? Oh, okay. Not outside today, though. My dog's flipping love snow. Especially the Maltese. He thinks it's just the greatest. He runs out there and jaunts and plows his nose through it like he's a little snowplow. Mr. Plow, that's my name. Hey, what's going on, Amy? Yeah, we're working on a beanie today for the Gerd. Has finished his beanie quest and ordered a Blitzball beanie. So we're turning this beanie into a Blitzball. It's not quite done yet, but we're closing it up right now. After we close it up, we'll add a few accoutrements to finish the effect. My zodiac sign? I'm like the Chinese zodiac, or like the one with like Libra and stuff. Because if it's that one, I'm a Capricorn. If it's the Chinese one, I'm a pig, I think. I was mistaken about it my whole life because my birthday is before Lunar New Year. So the year thing, you know, on the menus or the placemats at the restaurants always said that 1984 was rat. So I was like, oh, I'm a rat. But my birthday is actually before Lunar New Year, so I'm actually whatever's before rat. No, I was mistaken for a rat my whole life. But I think I'm actually a pig. Or a boar or something like that. Or not an ox, because I think Sarah's an ox, and she was the year after me. She was 1985. Whatever 1983 is, that's me, even though I was born in 1984. But I was born in lunar 1983. It's not something to brag about. Is it a mistake? What's everybody's zodiac sign? I don't know anything about Capricorns. They're like a fish or a goat or something? No, a fish is Pisces. What's a Capricorn? Is it a goat? I know what a pig is, and I know what a rat is. See, the Chinese one's easier for me to follow, because I know what those animals are. I know what a dragon is. And a monkey. Ox? You'd be the ox? I'm pretty sure that's what Sarah is. Sarah's an ox, and my second daughter's an ox. My older one's a rat, so I thought we were both rats, my older kid. I was like, hey, we're the rats, but I wasn't a rat. I was a fake rat my whole life. A rooster, whatever 1992 is. I mean, the internet knows. I don't know what 1992 is. I'll tell you next time I'm at the, what's that restaurant where we get the wonton soup? Little Peking. Great wonton soup. Oh, it's so good. Has no business being that good. I'm sure the rest of their food's great too, but we're a little hung up on the wonton soup. We tried out a new, I don't know if it's like strictly Chinese restaurant, but it is. I don't think it's Chinese. It's called Dough Zone. They did those buns, those steamed buns. 92 is a monkey. You're gonna say you're a monkey, Jim Beezy. What are those things called? Bao. So they did have bao, but then they also had a bunch of stuff that I didn't think was like Chinese, like dan dan noodles, which I tried for the first time, which was pretty exciting. Maybe dan dan noodles is Chinese, where it turns your lips and your tongue go numb. That was kind of exciting. Quite the climber. I used to be quite the climber. Now I'm just old. All right, now we're going to shrink these down from 18 to 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aries and also ox, huh? Aries, that's like... No, I'm thinking of which area? I was thinking of the Tauros, because I was like that'd be funny if you were like a bull and a bull, but Aries is not a bull. The Tauros is the bull. Pretty sure my kid is that, which is fitting. So my kid's a bull rat. October, look out! I'm a monkey. The set of scales. So I'm a Capricorn pig. Pigricorn. I'm a pigricorn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You think anybody ever like mixes? Yeah, goat pig. So Capricorn is a goat. It's like a goat. Do you think anybody ever mixes them? Like takes them both? Yeah, goat pig. I'm a goat pig. I'm the best pig there ever was. The greatest of all time pig. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is Libra the set of scales? 5. Or was Aries the set of scales? Man, I don't know anything about the zodiac. I asked the 14-year-old that we have in care. He loves the zodiac stuff. Every Christmas I get him zodiac stuff. He can't get enough of it. Bet you're not a picky eater. I am not a picky eater. Okay, so Libra is the scales. Okay. Scales plus chaos. Yeah, a balanced monkey. A well-balanced monkey. I like that. So what's an Aries, Amy? What's Aries? Are all of the traditional zodiacs, are they all animals too? Like there's a goat? I guess a scale's not a goat, but there's like a bull, a lion, a fish. I guess Gemini's not really an animal. Hold up, I'll answer that in a bit. Gotta do some research. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's my horoscope today? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I remember a few years ago when I turned 36, World of Warcraft had a anniversary, and they were having a special Lunar New Year mount, and it was a rat, and I was like, yay, it's me, the rat. And it wasn't me, I was the pig. Okay. Aries is a ram. Oh, okay. So Amy is a ram ox. Oof. That's a hardcore combo. Watch out. There are scales. I think Virgo is the beauty and Gemini is a set of twins. I almost read that as gremlin. just glanced at the word and saw gremlin. Especially with the because you got 2 eyes there, so I thought the first one was like an L. I was like, I didn't know there was a gremlin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. All right, so that should be back around. These little pink stitch markers that I've got here, you can't see them. It's like too much light in here. Just marked where I started, so I don't even have to keep track of where I am. So I should be back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Perfect. Now we just do a regular round. I hope we don't run out of white yarn to do the bumps, because I don't have more of this white yarn. I will say this so far, Fu, if you're still listening, the Hades soundtrack does seem to have a little less variety. I mean, parts of Bastion's OST and Transistor's OST did get a little repetitive too, but I felt like they were repeating different stuff. This one's a little all kind of blurs together for me, a little heavy metal. Oh, okay, so it's a roguelike. That's right. So it's a little less pre-planned. The game is a little less linear, and yeah, okay, I can see it. That makes kind of sense. Fewer thematic elements. Yeah. Okay, that's kind of what I'm picking up. So what we are making here, Jim Beezy, is a beanie. This is the brim down here. Oops. Let's do that. Let's show you that after I finish the row. That Gerd finished the beanie quest and wanted me to make him a Blitzball beanie. So here's the brim right here, and then this is the part that goes on the head, and it's going to close up real nice. There's a little wave right there. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of a Blitzball here. Yeah, so here you'll see, if you look in the redemptions there's a redemption for Beanie Quest, or start Beanie Quest. You start Beanie Quest and then the bot starts tracking your redemptions, and after you've redeemed everything else, oh, you know what Blitzball looks like, okay. Then the bot is like, yeah, you've completed Beanie Quest, and if you complete Beanie Quest, you get a beanie. I think this is the 7th beanie we've made. How many beanies have we made? We made one for Michelle. We made one for Robbie. There you go. One for Melissa. Did I shrink that? Gosh, I am not paying attention at all to what I'm doing. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, we're not shrinking yet. We're just going around. Good luck on your quest. We made Melissa and Michelle and Robbie a beanie. We made Melissa some socks too, because she completed it a second time. We made Fu a beanie. And now we're making Gerd a beanie. I feel like there's been more beanies than... Oh, we also made Brandon a beanie. Brandon redeemed a beanie too. Oh, you don't have to redeem that one. Okay, so you just threw away 100 points. I'm sorry. For some reason, it can't track those 3. The bot can't track the top 3, so you don't have to do those ones. When I used to track it manually, you had to do those, but now you don't. So if you do like exclamation point progress or exclamation point quest, it'll show you what you need to do. And it's like tracked for just you personally. So that one counted. All right, let me text the kiddo. This again. It's like when you're driving and you think, what if I just drove off the cliff? Well, we're the people who actually do it. so you don't even think about it, you just have done it. If Rory's asleep, she might not bring the rats over. We'll see. Yes, that was the Super Mario World music as sung by Smooth McGroove. Because when we originally had the Rat Redemption, we had the Mario Bros, Mario and Luigi, but those two have since gone to the Great Ratter by and by. And now Rory has princesses. She has Princess Peach, Princess Daisy, and Princess Rosalina. So I kept the Mario music. That song has a special place in our heart too, that particular Smooth McGroove cover, because when Rory was like little, like before kindergarten, she would sit in my lap at my computer and we would watch videos together, and one day we stumbled onto Smooth McGroove. And so we're watching these Smooth McGroove videos, and that one happens to be playing. And Sarah is in the office with us and just all of a sudden goes, I'm trying to read about Syria. This is when everything was going wrong in Syria. And she's like, this music is just wildly inappropriate. Oh, he did a Bloody Tears. Of course he did a Bloody Tears. I love it. I haven't even heard it yet, and I love it. You know which one somebody pointed out to me was Starlight Zone? Oh, that one was good. The Sonic the Hedgehog Starlight Zone. Mwah. Let me see if she responded. You know, I'll go give her a knock on her door. She doesn't usually go to bed early. We'll see if we can get your rats in here, Jim. She's awake. The princesses are on their way. I've got the baby wipes ready. We're going to try and not get rat pee on Gerd's beanie. Smooth McGroove has a Twitch channel, huh? What would he stream on it? Like, I guess he could stream recording the parts of his tracks and stuff, or assembling them together. I'd watch it. I'm like way into crafting streams. All right, here they come. Don't wake someone up on. Rory wasn't asleep. She was gaming. Okay. All right, here we go. Wait.
I was playing Roblox.
Not sure. She was playing Roblox. Not sure he makes content anymore. Saw him do some drumming. Oh, okay. All right, so here are your princesses, Jim Beezy. Here we have. Oh, they're a little squirmy. All right. Here is Princess Rosalina.
Disaster cam.
They already peed in the box. Don't eat my headphones.
Less pee on your desk?
That does mean less pee on the desk. There goes Princess Rosalina. Bye, princess. Okay, Here's Princess Daisy. Oh, that,
Don't type
okay.
some messages.
All right, they're gonna type
She
some.
said ew.
Wow, she hit enter on her. What do you know? Are we still streaming? Okay, we're still streaming. Gosh, she
43.
said. She said ew. All right.
And then thinking
Okay. All right. And we got one more princess. Here's Princess Peach.
I typed E, W, and hit enter.
They did. They're getting smarter. All right, and there they go. Oh my gosh. I know this one should be more expensive because you get 3 rats and they're maniacs.
3 whole packs. Probably the best game.
Don't eat my Game Boy. Just fix that. Rats.
I like when they go in front of the camera.
That's Princess Daisy sniffing the cat. Oh jeez. There's my computer monitors. Oh my
They're
gosh.
giants.
These are ROSs here. ROUSs. Come on. Go say hi to the. Oh, they made a smiley face. Way to go, princesses.
Now they're making like a really messed up face.
Yeah, now they're just typing a bunch of junk. Oh gosh. Princess Peach and Princess Rosalina have lots to say today. They are learning. They're hitting enter. They made emoticons.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
Where are you going, Princess Daisy?
Type the whole message.
Come on. Oh, get out of my headphones.
No.
What did she do?
She hit enter.
What? Oh my gosh. Where'd it go?
Hit like.
Oh, let go of my headphones. Oh. I can't. This is chaos.
They hit the delete message key.
All right. Welcome to the Rats stream.
Yeah, they're making some adjustments.
Why are they like this? One of them typed QQ.
And she made it capital.
Yeah, it's like perfect. Hey, don't chew that.
lock.
Come on. No, I just made those.
Awful rat.
Sure they're not pigs?
You didn't even see them.
They're all hiding under there now.
They're all cleaning themselves.
Come on.
Every single
Get
one.
out of there, you.
Dude, all 3 were cleaning themselves.
Come on. Get out of there. Oh, no.
Oh no.
What just happened? Are we still streaming? Okay. One of them turned my monitor off momentarily. What button does that? Ooh, rats.
They're finding new keyboard keys.
I know, they're like...
Stuff I've never seen before.
They're hacking my computer. I didn't...
No, they are going to start using this.
Oh, there's rat poop. And pee.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh. You gross.
Okay.
Gross. I got the baby wipes already. I was ready. That's disgusting.
Prepared.
Is that? I feel like that's against Twitch terms of service. Ugh. Content warning. Oh my gosh. You're supposed to be princesses.
Oh my god.
Wow, they are typing quite the message. Come here. No, don't eat that. Oh, Princess Rosalina really donked my cam.
What is that?
All right, stream's over,
Between
folks.
your monitors?
Yeah, it's down there.
Oh, it's like showing just both of your monitors.
Yeah, it's pointed up at the sky. Princess Rosalina, and she peed on that too. Oh my gosh, there's pee everywhere. Oh, send your message already.
At least they're not peeing in the keyboard.
All right. I'm glad you liked it, GPC. All right, where's the camera? It's over here. There. Okay. Say goodbye to Princess Daisy. She's going back in the box.
Oh, not the box.
God, man, their poop is in there too.
Great. I'm so glad you left that for me. I was really hoping.
Here's Princess Rosalina. Ah! Her feet are suspiciously wet. This is disgusting. No more rats with work cam. All right, and Princess Peaches.
That's what you think, but I think it's the best way.
Oh my god, Timmy liked it too. Timmy wanted to
You get
do
extra
this.
value out of redeeming it
Oh my
on the
gosh.
work cam.
They're so bananas. All right, let's.
You get the double cam. They can even make adjustments to the stream setup. They can type messages.
Oh my gosh.
Should make it like double the points.
Disgusting. For princesses, they're pretty foul. Thanks, Rory. Thanks for the redemption. They are rat princesses. I do forget to.
Standards are a little high there.
Alright. Get everything put back together here. Nope, let's, there we go. That is bedlam. Yeah, let's go wash our hands, right? They are so cute. Yeah. And they just had a bath today. They got their cage cleaned and everything. Yeah, that thing just needs a soak, a whole bath. Ooh. When I get my O-rings off, I will isopropyl every nook and cranny in that thing. What are we at? Hour 46? Okay. Let's see if we can get this beanie closed. Oh, does anybody want to see my new Soak and Smoke card? Memento? So I do a semi-annual Soak and Smoke where some friends come over, we sit in the hot tub, we smoke a cigar, and have some kind of pairing, some like a wine or bourbon or something to go with it. And they get a little memento. Here's the first one from the first Soak and Smoke. Here, might look better on this one. Look, it actually is kind of the same shape as my camera. I could fit it right in there. That's us, smoking cigars. My kid drew that for us. That was for the first one last year. And then the second one, also from last year. 2 soak, 2 smoke. Pretty good, huh? So everybody who came gets one of those little mementos. That was from October though, so like we're having our next Soak and Smoke in a month. They're gonna get their mementos from the last one this time around. Okay, so we did our regular loop without a decrease, so now we're gonna decrease again. And this will be our last row where we decrease and then do a plain row. So it's all just gonna be decreases after that. 1, 2, 3. Knit 2 together. 1, 2, 3. 2 together. This took so much longer on Gerd's beanie because this one was 84 stitches around. Or, excuse me, Gerd's. I meant Fusoya's. Fusoya's beanie was like 120 stitches around. So it took a lot more reductions. And we were using much smaller needles to get that resolution. Gotta be careful having a drink in a hot tub, wind up way drunker than you expect. That's what I did on my birthday, Jim Beasy. It was not pretty. On my birthday, I sat in the hot tub all day drinking and eating, and I didn't digest any of it. It was not pretty. It was fun, but I wouldn't do it again. Dude, you could, Ulf. You should. What was it I was thinking of? There was something... Man, you just I didn't fall getting out. Just none of the food stayed down. It was gross. What was it I was thinking of, Ulf? My brother and I were talking, and I was like telling him that I was like, technically, you could put all of this music into the game. I think it was some remixes or something, like a remixed soundtrack or something like that, and I was telling him you could put this into Super Nintendo games technically. You gotta show me how to do that, Ulf, so that when I remember what I was talking about, I'll be able to do it. I would love to see a smooth McGroove Super Mario 64. Maybe that Super Mario 64 that you got playing in ultra def 16:9 widescreen with all the mods to make the enemies spawn right and stuff. 2, 3, 4. MSU1 patches. There's usually half a dozen different soundtracks already out there. Yeah, I presume most of the time these days that if I have an idea, 18 million other people already had the idea. If I can't find it on the internet, it's because I don't know the search terms to use to find it. I did actually fall getting out of the hot tub at the last soak and smoke, but not because I was like too drunk. Our deck is just really slippery when it's wet. Really ought to paint that with something less slippery. What do you paint a deck with when you don't want it to get slippery? There must be some kind of high friction paint. And not like that sandpaper stuff that they... not that non-skid stuff they use on like ship stairs. I don't need anything that hardcore. Just less slippery than banana peels on ice, you know? Which is what our deck currently feels like when it's wet. And we live in Washington, so it's wet constantly. And, I mean, it's around a hot tub, so wet people get out of the hot tub, deck gets wet. Bingo, bango, bongo. I don't want to leave the Congo. 1, 2, 3... No, 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 no. Bingo, bango, bongo. I'm so happy in the jungle, I refuse to go. Get some strips around it. I mean, I could put a few strips around it. It would work. But, I mean, that thing needs to be repainted anyway. And my fence and deck need to both be repainted, so. I don't like painting, so I'll probably get someone to do it for me. Grip tape, pardon? Yeah. I could get some grip tape. I mean, as long as it doesn't, like, chew up my feet. As long as it's just, like, a little higher friction. I mean, like, you know, like surfers put wax on their surfboard so they don't go sliding off. That's what I need. I just need some wax. Go rub a candle on my on my deck. go out there and Karate Kid my deck with a candle. Smell nice, and I won't slip. My sister-in-law, for like our last Christmas or something, whenever we got the hot tub, gave me these little, they were like, make your hot tub smell nice, you know, packets. They're like hot tub friendly little scent packets, right? A little liquid package you dump in your hot tub, and then your hot tub smells like, I don't know, lavender or whatever. But it was like a little bag of samples, and the samples were all way too small. I'm like, okay, well, we tried it, but all the scents were different, you know? We had a bag of 20 unique scents, so it's not like we could put 2 in at a time, but if you put just the one in, you couldn't smell it. We're talking about like 600 gallons of water and this like little tablespoon of essential oil or whatever. Had no chance. I was like, we couldn't even smell it. I couldn't even smell them when I dumped them in just like my bathtub in the master bedroom. Or master bed. We don't have a bathtub in our master bedroom. In the master bathroom. Like, I couldn't even smell them there. So, I was like, these little test packets, these little trial packets, these little samples are too small. Can't try it. I need like a gallon before I can smell it. So, maybe I'll just light a candle next to the hot tub. What could go wrong? I don't really care if the hot tub smells like anything, as long as it doesn't smell like decay or untended hot tub. Alright, so now we're just going to spend the rest of our time shrinking this thing. We got this thing small enough, we don't need any more than buffer rows. One, two. We have a hot tub, but on our back deck as well, but its pump has been broken for ages. Oh no, that's the same Melissa. She had the same thing. She, I think it was just like a valve on her pump or something, and the place that like manufactured them went out of business or something, so she couldn't get a new one. So I think she ended up just like buying another tub. Untended Hot Tub sounds like the hottest indie album title. Untended Hot Tub. Ugh. That's a bummer. Ours is still relatively new. I think we've only had it for 2 years now, so no broken parts yet. But gosh, I'm not looking forward to fixing the hot tub. Maybe we can make a stream out of it. I'll bring the hot tub up here, throw it on my desk, break the screen. Come on. This yarn is not cooperating. Yeah, it's the thing. It was put there by the people who own the house. Oh, yeah. Yeah, those parts don't exist anymore. At this point, anybody who comes to take a look at it would be like, just buy a new hot tub, bro. When they install the new one, they'll throw out the old one for free. Or don't use it as a hot tub. Convert it into a duck pond. Become a duck sanctuary. Foster ducks. They have ducks in Sweden. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have ducks everywhere. One. Whoa. Don't slip off. 2. You love eating duck, huh? I've eaten duck. It's kind of greasy. Tasted fine. I think that of most, like, fowl that isn't chicken, I think. Tastes like greasy chicken. My old co-worker, his wife owned a restaurant, so he was constantly bringing me stuff, and he would like make me eat it and then be like, guess what it was, you know? So I had a lot of fascinating stuff through him. But I mean, I like trying that stuff anyway. When I was a teenager, my friend's dad had a birthday party at like a Brazilian restaurant, and I tried all kinds of stuff there that I'd never had before. Chicken heart and rabbit, and ate stuff through him. Did I say that? I don't remember saying that. Wait, what are we on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're on the 1. We already did the 2. And it should be down to 6 now. Yeah, okay, we're good. Pay attention, Michael. Like a human centipede. I hope not. Oh, avid duck hunter. Oh, okay. That's cool. Here in Washington, I've had my share of elk for the same reason. Everybody here loves to hunt elk. And so they always want to invite you over to their birthday party and fix you an elk burger. Or you open up their fridge or their freezer and you just see a white package and it's got elk written on it. Because those elks are big, so if you take one down, you get a lot of meat out of it. I imagine it's not that way for ducks. I mean, those things have to fly, so they can't weigh too much. Oh, grew up with a lot of venison as well. Okay. I saw a video on Twitter, a couple weeks ago, that at first made me mad. I was like, why is this in my Twitter feed? I can't, like, I'm offended that somebody put this in my Twitter feed because it was like this police car barreling into an elk. And so, like, I just saw the car hit the elk without, like, any warning at all. I was just, like, scrolling and saw it, and I was like, oh, gosh. And then the elk got up and walked away, and the somebody had written on there, like, sheesh, these things are invincible. And so then I watched the video like 10 more times because, yeah, if anything, the police car was totaled. This elk just stood up and walked away like whatever. Like, it got hit by the police car, flying through the air, landed, stood up, walked away like nothing had happened. It was amazing. You can only bring back 1,000 pounds to the wagon. That's on my list, Foo. I definitely never beat that game. I don't even think I made it past, like, Oklahoma. I did not know how to play that game. I mean, when I played it, I was, like, 10, but I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to play it. I just liked the part where you shot stuff. So I'd always bring a ton of ammunition, and then everybody would get sick and die. Oh yeah, huge. We actually had one kind of in our backyard. We had like a little bit of a green belt in our backyard, and there was one back there one time. It's like a tiny little green belt. He had no business being in there, but there he was. We're like, oh, hi. Don't come down here and kick my dog, please. Yeesh. It's mostly just little birds up there. A lot of dark-eyed juncos and spotted towies. Some song sparrows. And a Steller's jay. We get the Steller's jay that often shows up. Sarah nicknamed him Homer, because Homer's middle name is Jay. So he's Steller's J. Simpson, I guess. Well, Homer Steller's J. Simpson. Alright, one more, and then we're done here. We just shrink it down to 12 stitches and then just close it from there. I mean, you could even close it earlier. It wouldn't really be noticeable, but you take it down to 12 and then close it, and that's plenty small enough to not have like a weird gap or anything. Alright, so let's take our scissors here. Cut off a little tail. And we'll just sew that through. The Oregon Trail game was before my time, but growing up here in Oregon, all the elementary schools have big up and to do. Oh, yeah, Oregon. Why did I say Sweden? Who was from? Somebody else was talking about from Sweden. You're down in like Beaverton or whatever, right? Who? I got the streamer brain is what I got. What do we got here? Fool. Clicking on strange links here. 0 oxen, 0 pounds of bacon, 0 pounds of meat, 0 5-pound sacks of dried fruit, 0 5-pound sacks of dried vegetables, 0 gallon jugs of whiskey, 0 shirts, 0 pairs of shoes, 0 winter coats, 1 hat, 12 grandfather clocks. That's Oregon Trail on hard mode right there. They can just club those elk to death with a grandfather clock. Oh, that's the secret to winning? Is 12 grandfather? No wonder I never won. I never took a grandfather clock with me. You line the clocks across it to make a bridge. And if you get attacked, just hide behind your clocks. Build a little wall out of them. Alright, and that we'll close off the beanie. Look at that. Voila. Looks like a hat, huh? I mean, you gotta pull that like a little tighter and sew that in to get it out of there, but that's like cleanup work. Alright, so what's left to do before this beanie is complete? We gotta stitch in the word Blitzball in that cool Spearin font so that when Gerd wears it, this wave is like front and center, and the word Blitzball here, and then we're going to add some little knobs around on it. I'm going to see if I can make some that are like blue, some that are white, and some that are half blue, half white, and kind of cross over the lines. So I'll just experiment with my crochet hook and see if I can make some little domes, and then we'll stuff them, sew them on. I mean, I know how to make domes, we'll see if I can make them half and half. It's Gerd's idea. I love the ideas we get from, like, if it were just left to my imagination, we would have so much less fun making beanies. But when people give me their suggestions, it like starts wheels turning in my brain that otherwise never would have turned. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I have to figure out how to do that now. And I just love it. I love having to come up with a way to make a new beanie versus just like knitting one, like a gray beanie. Yeah, like I'm used that sets something off, and it's a blast. I've loved making all of these beanies. They've all been super fun. Way more than the stuff that I make for myself. Like right now, like if you go down on the page there, you can see I just added the ugly blanket. That was just weeks of just getting rid of yarn. It wasn't exciting, wasn't interesting. It was just getting rid of old yarn. Not terribly stimulating, but necessary because I need that yarn out of my life. All right, Gerd. I'll probably do some more work with this off stream because like especially adding the word Blitzball, that's going to be a lot of experimenting, a lot of failing, a lot of undoing work. So I'd probably rather not do that on stream. So I may just finish the rest of this beanie off stream, but I'll tweet a picture of it and all that anyway. Let's see if we can find one to get everybody their bonus radishes tonight. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me, everybody. I'm so glad. Game Boy's working again. Yay! I'm gonna go play some Fire Emblem. And Beanie's coming along. It looks smaller than it really is. This will actually be plenty tall when stretched out onto a human head, because when it's like set down, that little white stripe down there is kind of obscured, so you can see it's a bit bigger than it looked. They just sit kind of weird. All right, thanks for coming, Foo. Let's see who's on. There were like 20 people streaming when I started. They're probably all gone by now. We'll see. Oh no, of course none of them are gone. These dorks. Ooh. Oh baby, let's go say hi to Vetch. One of our stream regulars. Vetch is streaming right now. He doesn't. Oh no, he has raids disabled. Everyone just go to Vetch TV. All right, he's got raids disabled. We'll leave him alone. But that's pretty exciting. He's doing a Super Metroid Subversion ROM hack. That's kind of cool. All right. Harsh. Let's go. Doesn't matter where we're going. We're just going for the bonus radishes. I know what's up. But Zero Counts is playing Epic Mickey, so just tell him sucks by. That's what we always tell Zero Counts. I mean, it is Mickey, so you don't have to say sucks by. But oh no. Oh, please keep it down there. I don't want it up here. I just fixed the hot tub, man. Oh, I hate snow. Oh, well, I hope it's over soon, Jim. Good night, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I probably won't stream tomorrow. Good night.